My first video on this channel has over 100,000 views. Was this luck? I mean, a percentage of it might, but generally no, because I knew what I was doing. I already had a channel with over 150,000 subscribers when I started this one. And in this video, I will show you 15 settings that you need to do on your channel. I see that usually small channels don't know these settings. First, I want to talk about the automatic chapters feature on each of your video. I want you to turn this off. When this is checked, the YouTube's AI goes through your video automatically and adds chapters. But I don't think it's perfect yet, so it can be misleading. So my advice to you is turn this off, and if you want to add chapters to your video, go and do that manually from the description. It should look something like this. Another important setting that small channels usually forget is feature eligibility. So we want all these three to be enabled. If you don't enable the second one, you can upload custom thumbnails, you can live stream, and you cannot upload videos that is longer than 15 minutes. I'm guessing that you will notice that if you don't enable this. And all you need to do is verify your channel with your phone number. Next is the third one, and if you don't do that, you can put links under your videos in your description. You can use the YouTube's thumbnail test feature where you upload 2 to 3 thumbnails and YouTube shows that to your viewers and checks which one gets more clicks basically. You can upload more videos and stuff like that, and you cannot apply for monetization if you don't enable this. Another important setting is two-factor authentication. This is not something you do from YouTube. Instead, you go to your Google account from here, go to security, and you can enable two-step verification from here. Now this is important because you put effort here, you spend time building something, and that might turn out to be your job, your full-time job. We don't want that to be stolen, and a two-step verification is a great way to keep your account secure. Of course, there are other things that you need to take care of, put a strong password. Don't use your YouTube channel's Gmail account on any other platform, just on YouTube. If you want to create an account on another platform, just create another Gmail and use that. And don't save your passwords digitally. Just write them down on a physical notebook. And of course, don't download everything that you see on the internet, because you don't want virus to be on your computer and basically take everything that you have on your computer. So stay safe. When we get reviews on YouTube, this can be through YouTube recommending our videos on the homepage, or recommending them on the suggested videos on the side of a video, or suggesting our videos in the search tab. And searches can be a great way to get views, because this video of mine is a good example. When I published that video, it got recommended and got views, but it keeps getting views every single day from YouTube search. And to get views from YouTube search, we need to have good keywords and a good video, of course. And for keywords, as you can see, I'm not putting any tags on my video. I don't use tags. It also stated here tags play a minimal role in helping viewers find your video. It's not that important. What's important is your title and your description and thumbnail, but that's not about keywords. Now this is my title. I also said that in the description. I could go a bit more into the detail, but I guess I was bored and just left it like that. But something else that I did here, and that helps getting views, is that I included every app's name in the description. So whenever someone searches, for example, drop over, my video can be recommended because that keyword is in the description, and the keywords in the description also help getting ranked in the search. Obviously, you can't put every keyword in the title because your title needs to look good, but you have a lot of freedom on what you're gonna write in the description, and you can write a lot of stuff, including keywords. So don't forget that. Talking about keywords, you can also add keywords to your channel, not your video, but your channel. Here I said technology, lifestyle, content creation, and productivity. These are the areas that I create videos, or like to create more. I don't have a lot of lifestyle videos, but I want to create, so I include that as well. If you have any recommendations, what would you like to see on this channel, let me know in the comments. And adding some keywords here helps YouTube know what's your channel about, what's your content about. So just add a few keywords here. And right above that is the country of residence. It's obvious, you just choose the country that you live in at the moment. I was living in Greece, it was Greece, then I moved to Turkey, so I just switched to Turkey. This has nothing to do with from where you're getting views. My channel is mostly United States because I make videos in English, and the location of my channel has nothing to do with that, so just choose the country that you reside in. Another setting that I would like to talk about is clips in our advanced settings from the channel. Here it says allow viewers to clip my content. We want that to be checked because we want viewers to clip our content. Don't think about it why would they clip my videos, why would they share my videos? That's good. That's good for us. Like, it's free engagement. You can also choose that like from your video here, shorts, remixing, allow video and audio remixing. Basically, people that watch your video can use that YouTube's remix feature and like take a clip of your video, do a shorts, maybe comment on that clip or react to it or just share it as it is. That's okay. Like, it's free engagement for us. We are getting eyeballs, and even these short viewers can come to our long form video later. That's why I recommend to turn these settings on. Next up, we have upload defaults. Like, don't go and write your description on every video. It's just waste of time. Come here, add a description. Like, as you can see, mine is here. Like, I don't touch it. All I have to do is when I upload a video is like in this video I showed you, or I talked about, I can change, like, just change this sentence. I showed you, I talked about, blah blah blah, like whatever the video is about, and everything stays as it is. Is your channel made for kids? This is an important question because you have to come to the advanced settings, and if your channel is for kids, then you have to set this as yes. If not, for example, my channel is not for kids, so I choose no, set this channel as not made for kids. I almost never upload content that's made for kids. Like, you either set this as yes or no. Like, I want to review this setting for every video. Like, that just doesn't make sense because either your channel is for kids or not. Like, what do you do? Like, it's for one video is for kids and the other is like what, crypto trading? And by kids, we don't mean like teenagers and stuff like that. We mean kids like 2, 3, 4 years old. There's no way a 4-year-old come here and watch a video like this. So it's no. This is important because this tells you like to which audience to recommend your video and which ads to show to that audience, because there are some ads that kids shouldn't see. So do that setting. Which, talking about ads that shouldn't be seen, let's talk about ad categories and sensitive categories especially. Now, if you want, you can go to the general categories and see every category, but let's talk about the sensitive ones. Here you can block some ad categories and YouTube won't show these categories on your videos. For example, I might not want to show ads about religion in my videos. Like, I just don't want that. Maybe I can block that. Now, I blocked 2 categories: gambling and social casino games. Like, I don't want any gambling or casino, like gambling stuff, ad to be shown on my videos. So I say to YouTube, I don't want that, and they block that, and there's no way you can see a gambling ad on my video. You can just come here and like block whatever category you want. Now, also talking about blocking, let's see community moderation, basically comment moderation. Now, here you can choose hold all. Basically, YouTube will hold every single comment that's made on your video, and you can like manually pick which comments to be shown under your video. I do not recommend that. As you can see, I keep it on none. Everyone can comment on my video and say literally anything they want. I don't mind. They can say something good, they can say something bad about me. I don't give a... Let's stay respectful. If you want, maybe you can choose like basic, and YouTube will hold potentially inappropriate comments, and you can like later on check them. But if you get a lot of views, then it's just chaos. You just don't want to deal with that, trust me. But if you're a new channel, then maybe yeah, you can keep on basic, but I just keep it on none. What I block is links. Like, I don't want people to share links under my videos because words have no meaning unless you give them meaning. You can say whatever you want about me, I don't care, but links can be harmful. Like, someone might watch my video, see that link that someone posted there, click on it, and it might be a harmful link, so they might get harmed from that link, like virus and stuff like that, and I don't want that, so I block links. Which you can also block words. That might be useful. Like, you might not want people to say specific words under your videos. You can block them from here. When we come to the customization tab, here you can see handle. I want you to get a handle if you don't have one immediately. This just looks clean and it's easier for people to find you. For example, you might have a general name on YouTube, like there might be other channels with that name as well, but there's no one with that handle on YouTube. And when someone searches that, they will just find my channel immediately. That is good both for that and for sharing your link. Like, it just looks good, and you should have similar handles through your like social media platforms. It's easier for people to find you. For example, someone might see my YouTube channel, see its handle, and go to Instagram and search that as well, and they can find me. My Instagram handle is it's Adar and underline. I couldn't take the it's Adar, it was taken, I think. So it's Adar underline. But they can find me. Right below that is channel description. Write your channel description as well. Here you can give some information about yourself, your channel, and the content that you create. Mine is pretty minimal. I could have said probably some something else too, but I like it minimal. Okay. And I also put an email address in case someone wants to contact me. Maybe a brand. If you're a brand out there, you know, just contact me. We can talk, create something together. I'm open for brands. And you can translate your channel description to other languages as well. For example, I translated to German and Spanish. So if someone from Germany, which obviously would use their smartphone in German, they will see my channel description as this. I don't know German a lot. I know a little, which why I use Google Translate for that. But I recommend you use that too. Finally, while we're talking about different languages, another feature that YouTube recently added is auto dubbing. We can apply the same feature like translating to other languages for video titles, descriptions, subtitles, even audio. If you come to your channel settings to upload defaults, advanced settings, here you can allow automatic dubbing. Enable that, then whenever you upload a new video, you can come to the languages and here you can see there are 8 different languages that my video is dubbed. Like someone from Germany or French or even Japan can watch my video. I just see myself talking in Japanese on my own video. It feels quite strange. It's not my voice, like the AI is not cloning my voice, but still like it's me talking in the video and I'm just hearing Japanese stuff. I don't understand anything, but it seems cool. And it's not just audio, YouTube automatically translate my video title and description as well, as you can see. I cannot proof check what's written here. I'm just trusting YouTube. To be honest, Japanese it's really cool. Like once I tried to learn it, but it was quite hard. Like Japanese is quite hard language. But one day I want to learn Japanese. Like I want to speak Japanese. It's just, I don't know, seems so cool. But coming back to the video, if your video is in English, you can automatically dub to all these 8 languages. But if your video is in one of these languages, for example, if it's in Italian, you can automatically dub it to only in English. So like English to all these languages and all these languages individually to English, like Italian to English, not Italian to Japanese, for example. You cannot do that, but you can do Italian to English. Anyway, we have come to the end of our settings. I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it useful. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you in the next video. Take care. Peace.